I've got a piece of hardwood dowel here. Well, it's poplar. It's 1.25 inches. You can use any size you want to, though. That's up to you. I just happen to have this in the shop, so I marked off and cut it at 4 inches on the saw. Let me show you how to find the middle. You take something that's reasonably close to the half of the diameter, and then you start marking lines on the end and rotating it around, and where the lines all intersect, that's where your center will be. So the next thing is we need to find out the diameter of the screw, because we got to drill a pilot hole. This screw is about 0.137. So that means I should probably use an 1/8 inch bit, which measures somewhere around 0.125. Well, there we have it at 123.5. And we'll go ahead and drill this hole. Now, if you don't have a lathe or another means of centering the hole and getting no wobble in it, then here's how you do it. You drill just a little bit, and you change your position, and get it to where it's finally running true. And then once it's running true, like this here, you go ahead and plunge it the rest of the way. Then we'll screw that screw in there, and it should be reasonably straight. Only screw it down to the end of the threads. That's as far as you need to go. And then the only thing that remains after that for the screw is we got to take that head off of it. So that's where we head over to the Harbor Freight 1 inch by 30 inch belt sander. It does a fine job. Just roll that thing around and that head will come right off of there. And then make sure that you deburr the end of it and round it off. You don't want any sharp edges in the shop. Then we'll chuck it up in the drill and do a little bit of sanding on the ends to round them off. We like nice rounded off ends with a good chamfer on it. And once that's done, we need to find out the depth of that screw. So we'll take another screw just like it, and we'll mark that, because we want to set our table saw where it does not get up into that screw. I've got it set here. Now I've got a pair of vice grip pliers, and I'll run it through one way, then turn it around 180 and run it through the other way. This way, if you do both sides like that, you'll always have your cut centered. You don't have to worry, it'll center itself if you cut both sides equally. Now I want my kerf to be a little bit wider than that, so I'll move that fence over about a 32nd of an inch. And then I'll make another set of passes through there. And remember, if you make 2 passes with 180 degrees, you'll always be in the center. So there we go. Now it's just time to finish it up. We'll take it back to the Harbor Freight belt sander, and we'll go ahead and put a nice finish on the edges. Take off those sharp edges, and then we'll chuck it back up in the drill, and we'll roll the whole thing around and get a nice slick finish on it, because that's what we need to slip off of that strap when we get through winding it. Now, about the only thing left to do is go ahead and wind the strap and test it out. So let's do that. Here's a good heavy-duty strap. Get it started, lay it down on a flat surface, roll it right up, pull it off of there. I'm telling you what, this is such an easy project to build. You could do the sawing by hand if you had to with a handsaw. It doesn't matter. But listen, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. You'll get more great content like this every week. Bye.